How to unstick yourself. If you're feeling stuck, trapped, and you feel like nothing's moving, nothing's manifesting, I'm going to share with you a very simple success story of mine that I actually shared in the TheRoseyLife community and course this week during my live, and it brought a lot of light bulb moments for people in the group in different ways, and things that they needed to see and realize for themselves. So everyone picked up a different piece of the story for what they needed to adjust within themselves. And I'm going to share with this, and I know this is going to unstick a lot of you as well. So stick with me. But for those of you who are new or you're returning, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and sharing my content. I truly appreciate you guys doing that. That's how the word gets out with the way that I describe things and my ways of teaching things. It'll resonate with some, maybe not with all, but that's okay because I'm doing all of this from one place, and that is love. So if you are interested in working with me and doing a one-on-one coaching session, you can go to RoseyLife.com and you can join the TheRoseyLife community if you would rather do a group format. All of the information is on my website. And if you're interested in one of my upcoming retreats, you can email me directly at rose@roseylife.com. Okay. So why I wanted to bring this topic up is because it's a perfect, like, real life analogy, a story that I went through that many of you can resonate with. And just because of what I'm going to be talking about, I don't want you to get caught up in what exactly what I'm talking about, right? The content, okay? I want you to use this and to expand your awareness and how you can apply this in whatever it is that you are manifesting, and whatever technique or process that you feel like you're trapped in and stuck using, or you just don't see what it is that you're doing wrong, right? I'm telling you right now, one of my subscribers on this channel wrote something and said that he'd been manifesting for a long time and that nothing seems to work, and that he has spent thousands of dollars on coaching and he's not getting any results, and he feels frustrated in asking if this stuff works, right? And I responded to him very lovingly because I get it. It feels frustrating. You just want to get so angry, and you're like hearing all the success, and you know that you've had some success maybe even, but you're just like, what the hell am I not doing, right? You feel like, what are you missing? So I want to tell you that, first of all, you're not missing anything, okay? And this stuff works, whether you believe it or not. It's always working. And that's probably something that most of us are not used to, is that we're always getting the yes answer, and so it's always working. And we're just used to controlling and manipulating and going through step 1, 2, 3, 4, and then seeing a result. And you're treating manifesting that way as a tool or some technique or some new cool thing that you just discovered. Well, it's something that is very organic and natural in us that we do 7/24, why it's so simple and easy. And yet we learn about it, and we all of a sudden we're taught that we have to think a certain way, feel a certain way, act a certain way, do sats a certain way. We have to read a certain way. We have to be a certain way. We have to, all of these rules that we start learning that completely derail us from just being in the desired state that we want to be. We get sucked into all of the protocols and checkoff lists, and we're making sure that we're doing everything, and then we do them for an X amount of time, and then we turn around to look for the results, right? Well, you think that you've been focusing on your end, but really you've been focusing on the protocols and the checkoff list, and then you're just like, the steps that I put in, and then looking for the results. This is where a lot of people get trapped, and I used to too. Instead of just being, right, living in the end, or thinking from the end and feeling from the end, despite what you're looking at, right? You're looking for, well, how do I stop looking at? How do I stop paying attention? Back to the process, back to the technique, back to the protocols, back to the rules. Do you see? And then you find another YouTube channel, another video telling you this is how you do that. And then you're like, okay, then you go do that. And then you come back and you're like, oh my God, but now I have this. How do I do this? Oh, found another video on how to take care of that. Do you see? So you get stuck in all the protocols, right? And there aren't any. There aren't any protocols. It's you manifesting is a very natural, organic thing, and we all do it. You cannot stop doing it. It just is in the on position, always has been, always will be, right? You just have to like jump into the flow of it as a conscious manifester, as a conscious creator. We're all doing it subconsciously, but now we're learning how to do it consciously. So here's my story. So I went out and to have a meal with a friend, and then I came back and I had this cute little dress on, and it has a side zipper on it, and I'm like, I looked all cute and everything, I loved it, but I wanted to come home and put my comfy clothes on. And so I come home and I go to my room and I go to take down the zipper, which is a side zipper, and I was like, okay, I've taken the zipper down, but it only went down halfway. And in this dress, it has to come completely down for me to be able to take the dress off, because it was a tight, form-fitting dress. So I'm like pulling the zipper down and it doesn't go past the halfway. And I was like, okay, let me try it again. Let me try it again. Let me try it again. Like, okay, maybe there's a lint or something stuck in there, like inspected it as best as I could, and I'm like, no, this looks clear. So I just tried it again. And then after trying it a few times, I got frustrated and I was like, what the hell? And my mind, I noticed the thoughts went to, oh my God, I'm gonna be stuck in this dress forever. I'm never gonna be able to get out of this dress. Like really dramatic like that. And the fear came in, right? Then I instantly was able to observe my thoughts, and I started laughing at my thoughts of like, really? You think you're gonna be stuck in the dress forever? And then I started laughing about it. And then I said, you know what? I'm being a little too reactive right now to this zipper, and I'm just gonna go do something else. And I said, well, I'm gonna have to look cute walking around the house for a little bit longer in my cute dress. So I started putting things away and doing other stuff. But in the back of my mind, I was trying to distract myself. I was trying to ignore the current circumstance, which is the stuck zipper, by distracting myself by putting things away, whatever. It was like, doing busy stuff. But in the back of my mind, it was still there. I was still annoyed that the zipper hadn't come down, and I still wanted to be in my comfy clothes. So I was I was trying to avoid that I was reacting and do that. I was trying to distract myself. Didn't work, okay? So then I got an idea of, oh, what if I get a little bit of olive oil and I put it on the zipper and inside of the zipper to kind of lube it up and let it loose. So I go and get some olive oil very delicately, and I'm putting it on the inside of the zipper, and then I'm doing that. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna do it. And I was like, and in the middle of doing that, I said, you know what? I'm going to imagine what I want. What do I want? I just want the damn zipper to come off. I want to be in my jammies. So I just imagined in my mind the zipper going zip, and I was like, okay, that's what I want. And then I'm looking over here at the big old oil stain on my dress, right? And I'm just going, okay, this didn't work, and now I have an oil spot on my dress, and I'm like, I'm making a mess. So then I stop with the oil, and then I go on and try to distract myself again. Do you see? I did my imaginal act, but I'm over here still trying to make it happen, still trying to avoid it, still trying to ignore the circumstance. So then I finally come back again. I was like flustered, and I said, you know what? what if I had already thought, I'm like, is there a neighbor home? Because no one was home either to help me out. So I was like, maybe my neighbor, she'll help me out, take this. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And then I went back to my room and I said, what if I just rip it open? And then I was like, damn, but then I'm going to ruin the dress. And I'm like, what if I just ripped it open? And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to rip it open, and if I have to take it to a seamstress to put a new zipper on, so be it. And then I went down to reach for it, and the zipper just came off. Bing, like that. What happened? And this is what I had. This is the kind of thing that I love doing in the Rosey Life course and community, is I gave them this story and I had them live analyze the story as to what I did, how I manifested it, and what were the components in that success story. And they were like throwing things out, and they were getting it. But the one thing that most of them did not get until the end, and they had it worded differently, was they eventually got it, and they really got it at the end. And that was I accepted that the zipper was stuck, and I accepted that I may have to pay for someone to fix the zipper. It wasn't what I wanted, but I accepted this situation, these circumstances, this reality. I accepted that this is where I was. And the moment that I accepted what I imagined happened, the zipper came undone. Now, you may think this story is just about a dress and a zipper and Rose trying to get out into her comfy pajamas. You may think that that's all this is, and you may say, how is this related to my manifestation? It is the same thing. Remember, you are the only one creating a separation of big and little and amazing success stories and whatever success, or well, I do that one all the time, that's no big deal, right? You do create all the time, and they all are a big deal. Everything is a wonderful blessing. Doesn't matter what it is. Do you see? But the more that you allow yourself to see what it is, like, okay, what is it that I'm doing here, right? You'll notice a continuous pattern of how you are manifesting all the time. But when you're making something special and needing to watch a certain video about how to manifest this specific thing, or this specific person, or this specific amount of money, or this specific thing, now you're categorizing and you're immediately making it super important. Like reality transurfing says, it's like when we give something a high level of importance, all of a sudden it becomes special, unique, and I got to manifest it with white gloves, and it has to be a certain way, and the attachments that you have to let go, and all the beliefs that you have to overcome, all of those things. You see, now you're focused on the difficulty of it manifesting and all the different boxes that you have to check off in order to have this happen, when none of that is true. None of that is true. Even Abraham Hicks said that's the best, right? It's easy to manifest a castle as it is a nickel, I think she says, or a dime or penny, right? That it's easy to do the same thing. You are the only one that makes one thing more difficult than the other by deciding and saying that it is. So stop saying that it is. So I wanted to share my zipper story with you so that you can unstick yourself, because in there is literally everything that every book, every YouTube channel, every coach, everybody is talking about. Literally, it's saying the same thing. And notice there's no focus on my self-concept. I didn't have to have an amazing self-concept to manifest unsticking my zipper. The only self-concept that matters is you remembering who the hell you are. In today's Instagram post, I wrote, like a Q&A, and it says, do affirmations work? And my answer is, it's not the words that you want to get right. You want to become aware and curious as to why the words affirmations work. You want to know why you can say something and it works. You don't want to find the right words. You want to understand and really dive into why you can do this. The why is the only self-concept that you ever need to know. It's not physical beauty, good enough, smart enough, resourceful enough. It's the why behind all of those things. Why do any affirmations work? Why can we have whatever we want? Why? That why is what you want to always be focused on all the time, because the more that you look for that why is love, and that love will come running to you and answer you specifically. Not because you heard it or someone said it to you, but that why, that love will come running to you with the answers specifically tailored to you, and you will have your like, oh my God moment. All right? All right, my loves, I hope this video is helpful for you, and thank you again for liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.